Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Hello, hello. Let's start off with a little. And I'm going to put this on repeat because I had people asking me yesterday, who was that you were playing? So casually keep diving into concrete. So bittersweet. What y'all up to today? Or the day is almost over. What are you up to tonight? What are you watching? I know a lot of people are watching Lifetime right now, the movie that's on Single Black Female. So I'm not going to hold you all too long, because whether you are chilling with the family or you are chilling with Boo Bae, I want you to enjoy your Saturday evening. But I did not want to leave you without a dose of loving him from A to Z. Good evening, sister. Hi, Candy. I was just saying I had to put this on repeat. Hey. You know what? There is something focused today. Okay. There is something so beautiful about music and what it does to the soul, what it does to our moods, what it does to our whole being. You ever hear a song and you get goosebumps when it come on? That's those vibrations. Vibrations are real, y'all. Hey, go ahead and share this out. Go ahead and share it out. Let everybody know that I'm on. Meanwhile, I need to make sure this is public. So just give me a moment to do that because I always forget. There y'all go. It's public. Beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Baby, ooh. Yes. Good evening, good evening. I'm so glad that you all are joining me today. And can you hear me? Okay. Everything is turned up. Just wanted to make sure that you could hear. If this is the first time that you are joining the Girl You Better podcast, my name is Coach Ronnie B, and I am the relationship and resiliency coach. And what that means is that I help people discover tools that they can use for their mind, body, and spirit so that they show up as their highest self every day of their lives, no matter what life brings to them. And life is going to bring you some things, right? So let's go ahead and get into it. Hey, joining me on IG is my sister coach, the coach of truth. If y'all haven't seen anything that I have posted or shared from her page about this awesome manifesting the authentic you workshop that is starting, I think on, is it February 24th or February 27th? Help me out. I think it's February 24th. But anyway, I'm just so proud. I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of us. There's something that I'm going to share with all of you that it's a very, I would say, naked reveal. Not physically naked, just the vulnerability. I'm gonna share that. I was looking through it through my photos. I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet, because of course I gotta set you up, for a post. But anyway, what we're going to talk about on tonight. And also, okay, so today I'm going to tell you a quick look, really quick about my day and what I did. Okay, so I joined the other Commit Dance Fitness instructors. We did our event for the American Heart Association. Thank you all for whoever was able to donate. Thank you all for whoever was present on the band app. And thank you all who actually physically showed up to enjoy this amazing workout, dance fitness workout that we did. Um, it's truly it was it was just so amazing. And today we are in chapter E of this book. We are rolling right along because it is day 5. It is day 5 of me going live. Yeah, today is February 5th. Okay. And so we are talking about elegance versus ego and the emotions. So what I want to do quickly, because like I said, I do not want to hold y'all long. And I say this all the time, but I end up talking more than, oh, I can see the comments today. Hey, Coach Mariah said, okay, I'm jamming. Let me put these up here. So that way, okay. Yes, okay. So glad everybody is joining. Okay. And so this book right here, Loving Him from A to Z, Volume 1 and Volume 2 is in the link, in the description link. So go back, hit that link, go ahead and purchase it, gift it to somebody who you think may benefit from reading this book. But let me go ahead and share with you the quote that I have for today, which is, we can actually contribute to the pain of someone's wound and reopen the surface of something so deep we can't begin to understand the depth of that thing. I'm going to say that again. We can actually contribute to the pain of someone's wound and reopen the surface of something so deep we can't begin to understand the depth of that thing. Okay. I want to spend so much more time with y'all, but y'all don't have the time. And you know, the book, I can't read the whole chapter to you, but I'm going to share a few nuggets. Just read. So we're starting on page 62 here today. Okay, and it says, let me see, where do I want to start? Okay. You are a woman with ravishing beauty, a stunning smile, sweet fragrances, and kind words that drip from your lips. You are the definition of femininity, with shoulders squared, modest dress, perfect posture, and natural sway in your hips. Your mannerisms and courtesy, etiquette, and tenacity, your skill to make a house a home and embellish or to decorate, creating a harmonious place to live, is the very thing your husband enjoys and appreciates. Then I go into just talk about that, that we live in a society right now that glamorizes, like the bad chick, the bad girl. Okay. And so I reference that because these conversations and experiences are not training up our daughters to become ladies. Okay. These new elements of feminism and independence actually, they begin to deteriorate if we're not careful and rot the core of what makes us a woman. Why is that Zoom? Okay. I'm going to ignore that. Okay. But anyway, if we're not careful, it will deteriorate and rot the core of what makes a woman a desirable woman to someday marry, spend time with, or even create simple friendships with. And as an educator, I have seen this at the high school level. High school is totally different now. And of course, I went to high school in the 90s. I graduated in 96. I don't know when maybe you graduated in 80. Go ahead, represent your year. 87, where you at? 89, 78, whatever, whatever year. Excuse me, let me not laugh because I'm still getting over this cold. But anyway, what I want to say on tonight for the most part is that we as women should not feel demeaned in any way by showing our softer side, because men actually desire that side naturally. Like they really do. They really do. And if you think about it, women are very ambitious these days. Our masculine energy is at an all-time high. It truly is. It's at an all-time high. And if we are not careful, that will begin to dominate or tilt the scale to where he's like, man, like I wish she wouldn't be so hard. Like, why is she so nuck if you buck, if you will? My generation. Um, why does she seem so rigid? You know? Candy said 86. I know. 86 in the house. Anyway. So but there has been like this shift, and some women now feel it is the norm to be combative and act more masculine. Television like exploits like this whole thing, and it is culturally desensitizing everyone. So therefore it provides them an opportunity, of course, with networks and reality shows to make money, like all that great stuff, because it's sensationalized with vulgarity and whatnot. But it's a mentality that has sprouted legs, and it's running rampant, and it's so infectious. So this unnatural spirit lurking is not a reflection of the kind, sweet-natured woman that used to be so distinct and celebrated. Why don't we celebrate the softer woman? Now, the evidence of this comes in the form of, like, we can see this with girls, brawling, like they like fighting to kill. We can see this with women just being real nasty towards each other. Very nasty. And just think of it. It used to be a time where women gathered and they didn't feel threatened. They didn't feel like they had to compete. They didn't feel like they had to protect themselves. But because of this is where we're living at. And so as women, we can't afford to continue leading excuses that certain things happen because a person is a product of their environment. You have to know better. You have to know better. That's why I said yesterday about opening your circle. It's okay to open your circle just a little bit. Okay? Because probably the people that you know what you know. And I want to be around people who know stuff that I need to know that will help me. And so the women that I choose to observe as a child, they were successful in having functional family lives, led a life of spirituality and a solid work ethic outside and also inside the home. That's who I chose to observe when I was younger. But there's not a lot of examples of this because we have abandoned that. Because we think that we're going to be ran over. We think that we're not going to be respected. And I understand we're creating our own tables. We're being invited to the table that maybe, it's a male dominant, career or what have you. But when you go home, when you go to your house, when you go to your kingdom where you're supposed to practice queendom, like you don't have to your ego, the person that you think that you have to continue to be outside, you need to check her at the door. You need to take off that hat, set it to the side, because he's not expecting boss lady to show up. He's expecting his queen to show up. And let me see what else am I going to read real quick. As women, we should not want to bring disgrace to ourselves, our families, or our legacy. My desire is that women would rest in elegance, in class, in decency, and the right to be soft, like most other cultures are. I was telling somebody the other day, and this is me personally, y'all can come after me, but I don't take strong Black woman as a compliment. I don't, because I don't hear other cultures saying, I'm a strong Asian woman. I'm a strong Caucasian woman. I'm a strong Native American woman. I'm a strong, like I don't hear that. But what I do hear a lot of is, I'm a strong Black woman. And see, what that means to me is that I've had to fight. I've been forgotten about. I've had to struggle. I've had to be hurt and abused and bruised, but I'm still here. I'm strong. No, I don't take that as a compliment. And that's just me. That's just me. I can just be a strong, woman, period. But I don't know, the whole strong Black woman, I don't know. It just doesn't jive with me. But anyway, that's extra. That's not in the book. Let's see. All right. So my desire is that, like I said, women, my desire is that women would rest in elegance, class, decency, and the right to be soft like most other cultures. I know life can beat us up and down and deal us a bad hand. Some situations we don't ask for or welcome, but it pulls its raggedy behind in our driveway of life, and it won't back out, or it hasn't backed out, or it backed out, but now it left some oil in the driveway. So we aren't always able to put the gear into reverse as much as we would like to on some things. But although we can figure out how to successfully maneuver around things and exit so that we can move forward. And out of the frustrations of life, some women have determined that acting ugly, it gets the results that they need. And I think that's not true. I too thought once, when I was disgruntled and angry with meeting a lot of, we'll just call them frogs during that dating process, that I had once upon a time, it became a sense of entitlement to act as such, but it doesn't make it right. Some women have huge egos as big as the day. And we have to be right about everything and point out the wrong all the time that our husbands do. Just our ego is big. Like, we got it going on. Like, you can't tell me nothing. And we take on their role and employ ourselves to do their job and do it better. But ask yourself this question: can a man tell you how to be a woman or do your job better than you? Now, there are a lot of men out here, and personally, I think that they can share their perspective of what they desire for women, but there are men hosting queen classes, and women are signing up by the drove. I'm going to learn how to be a queen by this man. He's going to teach me how to be a queen. And like I said, I don't have a problem with that. You can share your perspective. Hey, I made it. Hey, Nia. But that's like us telling a man how to be a king. Can you imagine us having a class talking about men? This is how you be a king. And maybe there are some women that are doing that. This is how you be. This is how the steps of being a king. I believe that women have to mentor women. You have to teach women, and men have to teach men, little boys or whatever, how to be what they're supposed to be. But now, society, like everything is just so opposite now. It just really is. He can't tell. Hold on, Nia said he can't tell me about how to be a woman. I know that's right, Nia. But it's a lot of men that are out here holding queen classes. I got this queen class. Sign up for this queen class. Okay. No shade. Maybe the women are getting some gems, from a man's perspective of what they want. But I don't know, that's just funny to me. It's like, I don't know. Anyway, let me continue because I'm about to get off on a tangent. Now let's not be ignorant to the fact in some cases of abandonment or wherever the breakdown in hierarchy occurred in our lives. Certainly we can attempt to take on another role but why do it if you don't have to? Why do stuff if you don't have to? I would even say to challenge yourself not to think that you have to when you truly don't. Releasing the control makes you feel better and less burdened. I relinquish my control over some things, and boy, do I feel so much better. It's just like, why was I even like so possessive of it? Because it made me feel powerful when inside I didn't feel truly powerful. But dish that load right back onto who it belongs to, and stop wearing the S on your chest. That's the S. I'm everything. I do everything. I got it. And you may be super, but maybe the S also stands for selfish. It may stand for stingy, or it may stand for sad. You sad inside. You selfish. You kind of stingy with yourself. And he wants you in a way that you are not willing to naturally be. And that takes work. That takes work, sis. I know. I feel like somebody is about to cry right now. When they listen to this, they're gonna cry. Because they have been wanting to be soft. They're tired of being hard and strong. But I know I felt sad having to do everything when I did not intend on creating such a burdensome life for myself. I get it. I was selfish because I wanted to keep all the responsibilities for myself to prove to the world I was strong and could handle it all. The world never vocalized that request. It was all in my head. And I used to be stingy, and I found myself not being able to let go or let someone share in my life. I discovered the root of the problem was my desire for control and my insecurity. I had no room to receive beautiful things because fear had ruled my life. How many of you let fear rule your life? And you keep love truly at bay? Like the love that you could absolutely have with him, it's at bay. So anyway, let me see how. This is a long chapter. I'm trying to, let me see what else I want. Okay. See, this is why I should highlight stuff. So I'm going to talk a little bit about emotions, and then I'm going to let you all go. So our emotions can be erratic, uncontrolled, undesirable, a little ugly, a little up and down all over the place. And I never realized that the emoting I did while upset and sad was threatening and provoking. Like, I don't think we've realized that. Our emotions, like when we emote a certain way, that can feel threatening. That can provoke somebody. Think about it, anger. anger provokes. In my first, and I'll say this, in my first marriage, I used to try to cry really hard and sob so that I would get like his attention, and he ignored me. You ever did an ugly cry to try to get somebody's attention, like really? Or you tried to be a little, like you in the other room and you tried to be a little loud? You see if they coming and ain't nobody showing up, and you like, damn, they don't care. That's because we have to use our words. Like we say that with children all the time. Use your words, baby. Use your words. Stop crying. What's wrong? Look, I see somebody laughing. Who laughed? I don't know. I see the laugh emoji. But yes, like we like doing the ugly cry, making sure our nose is real red, and we just walk by, see if they look. Yeah, I was hurt once when I was much younger, much inexperienced. Now I use my words. I communicate. But it was painful, but I can laugh at that display of immaturity now. That type of childish behavior was a poor attempt at seeking comfort. I was trying to persuade him to agree or give me what I wanted. And I realize now how ineffective that actually was. And more so, it was so damaging. Like it really was. And it put a stain, you know, in his mind. So, you know, it tainted my credibility. It poisoned his perception of me. It robbed me of my authority over my emotions. Like we have emotions, and emotions, like they have a position. They have a position in the world. Women are more emotional, correct? But it's for a reason. I'll get into that in a minute. But I was ignorant of how to communicate, whether or not he would reciprocate or show concern for my hurt feelings. If I communicated in a language he could understand, that is neither here nor there. I never took the time to find out how to be a better communicator at that season in my life. Rather, I tried to manipulate. When we cry, we manipulate. When we cuss somebody out, we manipulate. That just may be your language. Is cussing folks out. But do you know what all that lashing, lashing of the tongue, what it does? Like the Bible speaks on that. And you dead wrong, sis. Why are you speaking to your king like that? Why are you speaking to him like that? Is he speaking to you like that? Because if y'all cussing each other out on a regular, I don't know. I guess that's just what y'all do. If it works, I guess that works. I don't suggest doing that because of we remember. Stuff hurts. Fighting below the belt, like that hurt. Like you weren't supposed to go so low. Like you love me. Why are you saying those things? Like we have to be careful. But that shows like a presence of deficiency when you can't communicate what you are trying to say. I had no knowledge of it, but I contributed to to some things that, and the thing about this, so we contribute, like I said, we contribute to the pain of someone's wound and reopen the surface of something so deep we can't begin to understand the depth of that thing. I think I'm gonna have to put that in a post. And that's a very powerful thing that was given to me to write. Because sometimes there's already a pile of something that is already there in someone's life from something they have experienced, perhaps traumatically, perhaps from things that happen, crazy domestic issues, just whatever. There's already a pile there. And we never want to contribute to that pile. And this is what I was going to say. Our emotions as women are an accessory and meant to complement us. Did you know that your emotions can actually complement you? Do not let your emotions be the deteriorating factor of your communication, nor should you let the funk that your husband can't stand to be. Look, don't be the funk in a room. Don't be the funk. Be the perfume. Be sweet. Be soft. Like I said, boss. Boss B. That's a real term. That's a real term. But he ain't looking. He ain't looking for the boss B. He's looking for the queen. He's looking for the queen, baby, to come in and reign. He picked you. He chose you to reign with him in life. Do y'all not know? Hold on. Nia said, I used to do that when I was younger. It never worked. No, it doesn't. Okay. Sis said, real talk. Yeah, our emotions serve a distinct purpose, which is to lend our children like approving smiles and our nurturing affection. In regards to our husband, emotions express our desire, our happiness, our satisfaction with them. Please emote responsibly. You know how they say, please drink responsibly. Please emote responsibly. Now, okay, it's 8:09. Let me read these questions right quick because y'all know I always got questions. I always got a prayer. Okay, so question 1. On a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being poor, 10 being very good, how well do you control your emotions? Are you satisfied with how you react? Number 2, do you manipulate or intimidate others with your emotions? Number 3, what do you do to put your emotions in check before you make a decision? How can you use your elegance to benefit various aspects of your life? And then the prayer here, let me read this real quick. Heavenly Father, look, bow your heads. Heavenly Father, thank you for giving me the ability to express myself through my emotions. Help me to control my emotions so that I can communicate effectively. Help me to be cognizant. Help me to be cognitive and aware at all times of how I react to situations. Let me leave the ego at the door in exchange for the natural and beautiful, soft woman that I am. Forgive me for any time that I attempted to manipulate situations with my emotions. And from this day forward, I will make an effort to emote responsibly. Amen. Okay. Yes, elegance. Elegance. Y'all, we need to show young women the power of elegance. We just do. It's dying out. And I feel sorry for like some of our sons with some of these young ladies running around here. I feel sorry for some of our sons because it may be slim pickings. Because looking at the mother of that daughter, we just have to do better. We just have to. Anyway, I'm going to end this for tonight. Go ahead. I hope I didn't take too much time. Lifetime, they're going to run that movie on repeat. So hopefully the piece that you missed, you can go back and watch it. Or maybe you multitasking, watching this at the same time. But tomorrow, we're going to talk about friends. How many of us have them? Friends. So yes. Masha, if you're on here, I think in terms of like always got a song in my head. Always got a song in my head. So day F is about being a friend. We're going to get into that. What is it to be a true friend to your husband? You all have a beautiful night. And I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Good night, Instagram. YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. I don't know if you're on here, but if you are, awesome.